Our speaker for today is Cheryl M. Wilson, affectionately known as Coach Morgan, is passionate about breathing life into whomever she meets. She knows no strangers and is devoted to giving back to communities wherever she travels. Coach Morgan helps you look beyond life circumstances and see the possibilities that life has to offer you. As a certified life coach and a former professor of education for over 17 years, and a certified surgical technologist for over 35 years, she has had the opportunity to help people swim like salmon upstream through life's obstacles. Coach has shown many of her students that your attitude determines your altitude. Born and raised in Boston, Massachusetts, she is the founder and CEO of I Am Life for You, where she demonstrates a spirit of excellence as a professional life, faith, and grief coach, where she believes in coaching from the inside out.
Hello, and welcome First Coast Black Nurses Association. Thank you so much for allowing me to come into your space to motivate you, to inspire you, to transform you, to share my wisdom and knowledge. Thank you so much. So in this slide, I'd like to say first and foremost that nurses make a great difference because you matter. But not just nurses, all medical staff make a great difference because you matter. So in this pandemic, I'd like to talk about what has caused hiccups in our lives. And most of all, when we have hiccups, the thing is to find a solution. That's all it is. This pandemic is a hiccup, and it's our job to find a solution. So first, I'd like to say, in this pandemic, there have been some interruptions, and our silence has been disturbed. It really has. Interruptions and our silence has been disturbed. The question is what are you doing about it? You are in control. So in order to be in control, you must take care of self. So let's talk about self-care. What is self-care? Self-care is taking care of yourself first, making sure you're healthy physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. Self-care is making sure you take care of yourself, making sure you learn how to handle those stresses that come in your life. And we all know that stress is individual. Each person, no stress is the same as far as I'm concerned. It's an individual thing, and we handle it individually. So first, let's talk about bringing the gap between life and death. Because in this pandemic, in the medical field itself, there's life and there's death. There's life when there's birth, and there's death when a person's season ends. We've been dealing with that all our lives. I've dealt with it for the past 40 years. We really have been dealing with this. So the question is how do we take care of ourselves through life and death? Then there's managing the stress during this pandemic. How are you managing the stress? No one can manage it for you. You must manage it yourself in the most positive way that you can. Again, stress is something that we all handle differently. And so everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. So the question is, are you handling your stress in a positive way? And one of the things would be is letting go to move forward. Letting go of the stresses that will help you to move forward. And one of them is not taking it personal, not taking a person's death personal, not feeling like you don't matter or you're not making a difference. You are making a great difference. Guess what? Just showing up, you make a difference. Just showing up, you make a difference. Following the rules, you make a difference. We wear the mask. The question is, are you covering up? And that's not just, I know that medical staff is covering up, but the world, we want to know, are you covering up? Your patients, when they come in, are they covering up? Because see, you're there to protect them, but also it's a two-way street. They also can protect you by following the rules of covering up. So in life, you are either moving forward or backwards. There is no standing still. And it's really important for us to move forward. Move forward in our mind. Forward thinking is so important. Having the right attitude is so important. And I know life happens. It really does. But what do you do when life happens? This pandemic, this too shall pass, especially with the great work and the commitment that each and every one of you nurses and medical staff have committed to give. I'm not going to excuse your feelings, though. I am not going to excuse your feelings, because you will have feelings of feeling powerless. You will feel like your emotions are uncontrolled. You will have feelings of a fear of the unknown. You'll get angry with yourself, with coworkers, with family members. You'll get angry with administration. But again, when we really look at it, we're all in this together. The question is each and every day when you enter into your workplace, how are you showing up? Let's not show up in fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. That's all it is. It's false evidence appearing real. So I challenge each and every one of you to show up in the most positive way that you can, really remembering and speaking that you matter and that everything you do makes a difference. So what do you think would happen if you let go of the fear, if you let go of the anger, if you let go of the disappointment, if you let go of shame? What do you think would happen if you let go of taking this whole situation personally? You'd show up and you'd be able to move forward. As a team, it's so important to be a team. Together, each accomplishes much. That's what teams are about. Each person accomplishing much as a team. Show up as a team. Be positive. Collaborate as a team. Communicate as a team. And without a shadow of a doubt, I know that you are working as a team. There's a saying that your team is as strong as its weakest link. I totally disagree with that. You are as strong as your leader. Who cares about the weak link? What matters is the leader. Is the leader strong? And if it isn't, then you become the leader. Each and every one of us are leaders in our own lives. That's what matters. So I wrote this pledge, and it's called the COVID Pledge for Self-Care. And it's something that I thought of and just put it down. And so I'd like to read it to you. I'd like to tell you, nurses and medical staff, that today, as you enter the battlefield of this pandemic, I will challenge you to prepare your mind and heart for battle. You do not have to fight this battle unaware of the effects of this pandemic. You have been trained for battles such as this. So I challenge you to arm yourself with C, confidence, knowing that you make a difference in all that you do for others. O, open-minded as not to take this personal or feel defeated. V, victorious, believe that this pandemic is defeated. I, insightfully seeing the best possible outcome for today. And D, determination to work stress-free. Let me read that again. Determination to work stress-free with a peace of mind, knowing that with a positive attitude and the confidence that we are winning this battle. Remember, as we have won, this is a test of your abilities. Again, I am Life for You. I'm Coach Morgan, and I thank you for allowing me to be in your space, to inspire, to motivate, and to transform you.